Alright, hey everyone, hey music producers and sound designers, welcome back to the stream. Tonight we're going to be diving back into Ableton and we're going to look at creating wavetable synthesis. So if you don't know what wavetable synthesis is, it's simply using synthesis, using waveforms to create sound. So I've created a little demo here for you to listen to, and we've built out a wavetable synthesizer using this Wavebox module, a node in, an LFO, and a VCA. A very simple build and setup, and the sound sounds something like that. And we can manipulate as we go through the wave position. And we can also do it with our LFO modulation depth. And that's how you create a wavetable synthesizer. But I didn't explain what a wavetable synthesis, what it really is. So wavetable requires modulation of the wave's position. So this is actually a sample that we've dropped in here, and we're using this wavetable or wavebox to morph the wavetable. So as I move through wave positions, I'm actually morphing the wavetable, choosing different points in that sound or waveform. Just think of this as a zoomed in waveform. So we've zoomed into a microscopic level to see each and every undulation, positive and negative, of the cycle of that waveform, going from positive to negative over time, and we're using that to create a new sound. So we're using just a very snippet or a small piece of that waveform to form ourselves a new sound. So we can do this by manually scrolling the waveform, manually scrolling through it. Some offer or some wavetables you can scroll through it, like with your controls, and others you can change the wave position with this knob here. So this happens in real time as we're playing with it. Let me enable it. So the waveform is moving in position over time. As you can see, the waveforms are changing, and we've added in more complexity by bringing in LFO to really move those wave positions faster. So without the LFO, that's what it sounds like, and we can move that wave position manually by ourselves, or we can let the computer do it and use an LFO to modulate the wave position over time. Kind of sounds like windshield wiper now. But we can jump between wave positions over time to create different waveforms. And that's what I want to show you today, how you can use that. So you can use that for effects in your music or any kind of sound effect. So we're going to build this out a little bit better, a little more. Maybe we can add some distortion and possibly some reverb. So right now it's cycling randomly through those waveforms in a back and forth motion. And I want to get the left and right channels. So I'm going to add in a VCA that has left and right inputs. Even though this is a mono signal. We're going to remove this VCA. We're left with that one. And you're wondering why no sound is coming out. That's because our modulation, our VCA, is all the way down. So we can actually lock it in to a position simply by removing the modulation and scrolling. And we can turn this into an effect in Ableton. So I'm going to go ahead and record that in. Just into an audio clip. you can just ignore this. It was just an experiment. Oh, that's a little bit loud. So there we go. Hit record. And hit play. And record that into here. Oh, wait. Try it again. You can create an instrument almost out of anything. So that was just to demonstrate that it is possible. Okay, so let's go back to our example. Let's add some distortion. So I like that. So we can use a record like that, or we can record samples, quick samples. So I think I'm gonna create a little sample here. We can call this portal. Save it. Then we'll manipulate some parameters and we'll have ourselves a new sound. Gonna hit that record enable. Gonna hit play. And stop. So we got ourselves a new sample. So we can take a look at it. Let's try that again. Might not have saved. Okay, so we should have saved our sample. Hopefully learned something from the session and you're able to apply that to your productions and create interesting music. I will see you in the next sound design session. Peace out.